Good afternoon, Pisces, or morning, and welcome to your June 2019 reading. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Pisces. Now, I will say that if you wish to have a personal reading, I will leave the information in the description box. I'm currently having technical difficulties on my website, so until they are fixed, which should be shortly, all of my readings will be half off. I really do apologize for the inconvenience. With that being said, this is your reading for June. Now, in the middle, as you see, the cards there are for each week. The cards on the right are your advice from Spirit, and the cards on the left are cards that just flew out as I was shuffling. The cards on the far right on the stone table are the overall messages, which are the cards underneath each deck, and the overall messages that you need to take away from this reading. Now, I am a empath and a clairvoyant, so I do receive a lot of messages. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming, but I am learning to adapt and also to maneuver with this gift. It's a little difficult, so bear with me, please, but I'm getting there. Now, I do have clarifiers here. You guys your reading is pretty intense. Like, I don't want to say intense, but you're really walking a fine line, basically. A very fine line. Goodness. Alright. With that being said, let's get into it. So in the first week of June, you have the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the 5 of... the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Child. And the two clarifiers for the Child were the 2 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. I felt like it needed a clarifier because of the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. You have 2 5s in 1 week. But what I see here is like a fight for a new beginning. Either the messages that I was getting from this reading while I was shuffling and meditating on your cards was that don't get too ahead of yourself. Like, don't try to pile too much on your plate at this very moment. For the first week, for the first week it seemed a little obvious, just kind of feeling alone and carrying a burden at the same time can make you a little, I wouldn't say full of yourself, but can, put your pride aside this week, I would say. Definitely put your pride aside. There is a decision that needs to be made, and the decision I feel more so is about you and yourself and your mindset. A war was never won with one soldier. It honestly just... A war is never won with one soldier. So, I think you really need to be more accepting of others and their ideas and understand that there may be someone who wants to work with you, but you're being resistant to working with that person, or you don't feel like it's the right time. And for the feeling that I got in the beginning of this week was more so on the personal level that, a decision needs to be made. Either you're going to be stubborn and you're really going to work by yourself on this, or you're going to be open and decisive and open to new ideas and open to new ways of thinking and move forward and be prosperous. With that being said, there is one card actually that really does well, it really did distract me even then, um, is the snake card. Now, the snake card, what I got from it, I pulled a clarifier for the snake. It was the 10 of Pentacles. So I would really, 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 really be wary of your money and what you're pouring your money into, as well as who you're giving your money to and who you're trusting with important decisions. Like, be open, but don't be, use your discernment. Like, just don't be a fool and just give someone power like that, or free reign like that. That really did concern me a lot. But for the first week, it's pretty clean and simple. Like, that's your entire reading is just simple, simple, simple. For the second week, well, that's what it. For the first week, let me finish the first week. The child is more of like a new beginning. For the way I see it, or the way I see it is that you really need to put down your burdens, and delegate. Really delegate some tasks. Otherwise, it's just going to get harder from here. Like, it honestly is not. It's just going to get harder. Yeah. Because it seems like that a decision comes in within the first week, or a decision is presented to you to work with others, and you're really leaning more towards being. you can't be in the you can't put yourself in the Five of Pentacles energy and wonder why. Like, Pisces. Just really, really, just really make the right choices. You're an adult. Use your discernment for the first week. Now, for the second week, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Hate this. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Emperor, and the Bouquet. So, really in the second week, you start to blossom, especially with these new ideas, working with these new people. You're really gaining knowledge and ideas and really looking at life in different perspectives. But there is this sense of, like, when are things going to turn for the better? Like, when are things really going to turn for the better? Like, this entire... I'm sorry, but I've been trying to really concentrate on the reading, but all I'm getting is just warning. Like, just this huge warning. Be careful who you trust, and really be careful who you give things to or you let around you this month. Like, really be discerning. Your feeling, I would trust your feelings. I really would. Moving forward, I would trust your feelings. There are going to be some things that you're just going to have to come to terms with. Yeah, there are some things that I feel like if you heed the warning, you really dodge a bullet. Like, you really, really dodge a bullet. Yeah, like like, I feel like it's so close, like, so, Spirit has me feel like I'm watching a game, and, like, my favorite team is down by one, and it's, because they're having me relate this feeling of how close it is, and, like, they win by just 1 point. It is so close that you dodge this bullet. So close. But when you do start to look at things from a more, if someone I would say that if someone doesn't feel right, believe that. Believe that feeling. Use your like really, really hold on and to your intuition. Like Pisces is a very wonderful communicative sign. Like I would definitely just, if someone doesn't feel right, trust that. Trust that. But don't shut yourself off. Like really try to I feel like communication is a big thing as well. Really try to communicate, especially with people who are, like, communicate with the instructor, or communicate with the teacher, or communicate with someone who is, like, the professional. Like, the professional in their field. Like, someone who knows, like, I would say a mentor, but I'm not getting mentor. Someone who is more experienced. Let's just say someone who's a little bit more experienced than you. I would definitely try to soak up as much information as you can from them. I think that would be very helpful. Yeah. Don't start arguments that really are unnecessary. Like, if you can avoid an argument this month, I would. I definitely would. Like, let's just take a back seat and really be the observer and really try to, because I feel like this month is, I really feel like this month there are a lot of conflicts in this month that can definitely absolutely be avoided. Like, absolutely be avoided and save you the headache. I really do feel like they're there, and it's almost like, as I said before, walking a fine line. Like, they're there. They are there. Like a tiger ready to pounce, they are there. But they can be avoided. Like, you can avoid the headache. But I digress. In the second week, there is a sense of longing. This real sense of longing, of growth, and wanting, maybe wanting relationships to be more abundant. But there's this information that makes you happy, really puts you in your power. Like, in the beginning of the week, you're in this energy of like, oh, what next? What am I doing? What's going on? Like, I've gotten so much done. Why is nothing, like, you're trying to you're really trying to, what is this feeling, though? What is this feeling? It's hard to explain. Like, you're really, like, just when you get hope, just when you start looking at things in a negative, like, it's almost like just when you start looking at things in a negative light, like, things, like, change for the better. And you like, I'm getting serendipitous. Like, it's just beautiful, wonderful, joyful, serendipitous. Like, it's just a wonderful chain of events that are just one more amazing than the other. And then you get this news, your cup overfloweth, you really start to feel in your power, and it's so beautiful. Like, Spirit's making me feel like it is the most beautiful flower in the garden. Like, you become, just beautiful. Beautiful. Your soul just, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, it's just, it's like you're glowing. Like, it's just amazing. So in the second week, I would really just, don't rest on your laurels. Like, don't rest on your laurels. Really take an active backseat position. Like, don't let anyone step all over you, but don't be the one to cause conflict either. Like, just be the observer. Keep your mouth shut, sip your tea, do whatever you need to. But just really, because this week is, for lack of a better term, this week is on and poppin'. Like, this week is completely on and poppin'. Like, that's the phrase I get. It's on and poppin'. Like, it is just the energy at the end of the week, though. Like, the energy that I'm getting is crazy. Like, crazy. Like, oh. Like, crazy amazing, though. Crazy amazing. It's just immense that I'm... Like, it's amazing. Like, oh. Like, it's fantastic. This message may come in a beautiful way, or it may come to you in a way that's just so serene and peaceful. I see sunlight, a butterfly, and flowers. Sunlight, butterfly, and flowers. That's so nice. Now for your third week, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice, the King of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Swords, as well, along with the tree as your advice for the week. So I feel more so to start with the advice and then begin with the week. So what I'm getting is that, with the tree, this week is definitely going to be a growth week. You got your power in the second week, and it's really like Spirit is giving you your power. Like, they're giving you your chance to feel yourself, to really just understand and to see the beauty in your power. And I feel like the third week is definitely a test. Like, the second week goes into the third week, and the third week is really the test. It's like Spirit gives you this, and it's like, okay, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to be destructive, or are you going to be constructive? Like, what are you going to do with this power? Like, it's almost like they're testing you, because at the end of the week is because for me, I like to say that, a lot of the blessings come with their form of payment. Blessings, excuse me, I'm very sorry. Blessings definitely come with their form of payment, whether it be small or big. Sometimes small can mean a lot, and sometimes big doesn't mean as much as it seems. And in that, I mean, like, maybe a small thing could be so magnificent, and a large thing just be, so overdone that it's just kind of like, oh, okay, that just didn't have the impact as much as I thought it would, or it didn't quite have the impact that I feel like it should have. But this week is definitely, I feel like this week is definitely a test week. Spirit is giving you a gift, and it's really, they're really asking you to take use your discernment. You're an adult, okay? With this opportunity, just don't make stupid decisions. Honestly, don't. Spirit really has you in your power in the second week, but don't let that go to your head, because they're giving you an opportunity in the third week of June. They're really giving you this opportunity just head on. I feel like this opportunity is a test, though. Like, it's a test. It's a wonderful opportunity. It's grand. It's great. It's fantastic. But I feel like it's more of like a test than it's like this two birds, one stone. That I'm like that's the feeling that I get from Spirit. Like, it's going to be two birds, one stone. Let's see what they do. I almost said she. Let's see what they do. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice, and the King of Swords. For me, that screams test. Like, you're given something and justice comes of it. But then Spirit's like, okay, let's see if she'll step into the King of Swords energy. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this is, because in the second week you're the Emperor. So why would you come from the Emperor and then step down to the King of Swords? Like, for me, I feel like it's more of like a test. Like, the Emperor is the master of all suits. Master of the Wands, Master of the Pentacles, Master of the Cups, Master of the Sword. Like, Master of all. Like the HBIC. Like, they can do anything and everything and are very concrete in their decisions, in their mind, mind, body, and spirit, just very concrete. And it's almost as if, it's almost as if, oh gosh. So it's going to be definitely a roller coaster in the third week, but it's almost as if Spirit's testing your gangster. Like, it's not testing your gangster. Like, it's almost as if Spirit is testing you, and it's like, it's testing your personality in a way to see if you are truly worthy of the Emperor. Like, to see that what you've learned really did stick. Like, what you've learned is really... like, all the hard work was for something. It wasn't for nothing. For some of you, I feel like this is like a person between you and someone else. They're coming, like, you receive, like, I feel like an event is happening that really produces justice, and you have to put up this King of Swords energy, but deep down inside you're really, like, during the week you're really lamenting on, things that have been said, things that, like, it's almost as if someone did you wrong and then they got justice. Like, an opportunity came and it's just like, let go of toxic people. Like, toxic people honestly aren't worth... This is me personally. This isn't Spirit. But me personally, toxic people aren't worth the time or energy. Now, what I get from Spirit is that learn from this toxic person. I would say, or this toxic relationship. There's a lesson. I just feel like you have a type. You have a type. But, yeah, this opportunity comes in, and it's just almost like justice for some of you. It's almost like things are rectified, things are starting to balance. A lot of air, so it may be Libra. A lot of air. Air and water. Oh, a lot of air. Air, water. But there's this new stability coming in. This new stability, or this new opportunity. That's what I feel. But I feel like this is like many people. Like you are just handling things in the third week. Like, you are just and it's almost as if, like, Spirit is there with you. Like, kind of like a tag team. I really want to curse, but I'm not going to. But it's really like a tag team fight. Like, you guys are really, really just kind of... I won't say laying it on thick, because it's not laying it on thick. It's like you guys are really, like, working in tandem. Like, Spirit's giving you this opportunity, and you're stepping into your Emperor power, which is so beautiful. And with this opportunity, you're being very much discerning. You're really just putting things in their places. You're really, taking on your next steps in a very clear mind. With the King of Swords, what I'm getting as well is try not to be too strict. Keep yourself open. Like, try not to be too closed-minded. Just keep yourself open. Keep yourself open, because the Five of Cups, like, you're just really, you can avoid this Five of Cups. Like, it's one of those things you can avoid. You can avoid this Five of Cups energy, if you really just kind of, if you're fair about it. Like, be fair about it. Like, just really just know what part you played in it as well, accept it, understand it, and move forward. And at the end of the week, what I see is just really something old coming up. That's what I feel from the Five of Swords. Like, that's the first thing that I get with the Five of Swords, is there's something old coming back up. Like, something that you labeled, why? Something that you labeled finished, but actually wasn't finished. I guess, because it's like you go from the Five of Cups to the Five of Swords, and it's like you're lashing out. Like, you know why they call them toxic people? Because they affect things. Like, they affect things more than themselves. Like, toxicity affects, it's like a disease. It spreads. Like, toxic people, they spread. Like, the amount of damage that they do can spread. Like, that's why they're not good. Because it's just... This is definitely... And the reason I feel like it's a test, because of the tree. Like, the tree makes me feel as if there's so much growth. Like, it's almost as if it's humbling. You know, like, it's really, really, really humbling. Like, you're really growing roots, and you're really standing your ground, and you're really just kind of, you know, you're taking that emperor, that emperor energy that you're getting in the second week, and you're really just really setting it in, and just really just saying, nope, I won't do that. Nope, we're not going to do this. This is how it's going to be from this on. And you're really just kind of taking things from the past and just really setting them for now. And it's... Spirit, can you tell me about that? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's almost as if you're really just... Try not to be too much of a hard ass. Like, let's be honest. It feels good when someone gets exactly what they deserve, but let's not count our chickens before they hatch, is what I'm getting. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. We had a part in this too. So, with that being said, now, the fourth week, that was the third week, the fourth week and the final week, you have the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Strength card, you have the Three of Wands reversed, the Star reversed, and the World card upright. I do read reversals. I feel like, you know, you need the good and the bad. If we were always told the good, how else will we grow? Like, how else will we learn? What would be the reason of us being here if everything in life went right? If everything went right, what would we have learned? How would we grow as human beings, as adults? You know, how would we become wiser? No one would be able to be wiser if everything just went perfectly right. I mean, especially with professionals. With professionals, they've had hiccups. They've definitely had hiccups, setbacks, and all this. Like, but those setbacks make them grow. Those setbacks are there for a reason. They have to learn. And I feel like I read reversals because the good and the bad are equally important. It creates harmony. So with that being said, I mean, in the beginning of the week, I feel as if, you know, because of the conflict of last week, the conflict that can be avoided if we're fair and we understand that our part, we did share a part in it, but to be open and discerning. The decision in the, it goes from, getting clarity to, and the advice that Spirit has for you for the week is the heart. So really, I'm feeling stubbornness. I'm feeling very stubborn. No, I'm tired of the BS. No. Why? Sweetie. See, my symbol for, self-harm, not in a negative sense, physically, but you being stubborn is not helping anyone. Anyone. No one. Especially yourself. It's not helping anybody. Period. You being stubborn is not helping no one. It's not even helping Spirit. It's not helping anybody. You really need to have an open mind and really be the listener this month. Really be the listener this month. Keep a closed mouth and open eyes. And I guarantee you that a lot of things will be revealed to you. And the thing I love about reversals is that reversals have the potential to be upright. You have the potential, as I said in Aquarius's reading that, human beings, it's very hard because for me, when I'm channeling Spirit, I feel the intentions that Spirit has. I feel it, and I also feel the person themselves. I feel both sides, which makes it a lot of, because I get a lot of information from both sides, so it really does, it really is taking me time to really discern the important things, because there are definitely minute things that are just, it's kind of like people telling you the details, and it's you could have just said this. It means all the same thing. There are little minute details that just kind of are cohesive or can be cohesive, so I try. And also, I'm new, and Spirit is really working with me on our communication, but I love reversals because they have the potential to be upright. And with us as humans, we can go from going on the right path to completely taking a left turn and doing a 360 and then going down the wrong path. That's the thing. Humans are just such a wild card that it's very hard for Spirit to... It's very difficult for Spirit to gauge or to say, yeah, this is a definite thing. This is a definite thing. Unless we've come from a hard past and we've deserved it, Spirit will... hell or high water, Spirit will make it happen. They will make it happen. But once they make it happen, it's really up to us, because this is our life. This is our time on this planet as humans. This is our time here. So it's really up to us to do with our blessings what we will. And all Spirit can do is really hope for the best. Really hope that you take the lessons, or you take the messages, and really improve your life for the better, because you're here for a reason. You agreed to something before you were born. Before you were born here, you agreed to something. There was something that you wanted, some insight, some growth. Maybe you wanted spiritual growth. Maybe you wanted to help the planet. Maybe you wanted to help other people who are on this planet. Maybe you're here for a reason. There's a calling, a purpose for you here. And all Spirit can do is love you and really help you and guide you and help you along the way. But they also want to make sure that that you're well prepared for it, that you can do the job and you can do it properly and you can feel comfortable in doing it. So, this is just the potential. This is just the potential. Now, I'm really... You're having a lot of 2 2s, 5 5s, like... You have 3 2s in this entire month. You have 3 5s. You only have 1 10. And, like, you have 2 aces. You have a lot of major arcana. And then you have the star reversed. Like, sweetie, stop getting in your way. Stop getting in your own way. Let's not do this. Like, just... And what I'm feeling from... it almost makes me want to cry. Oh my gosh. What I'm feeling from Spirit is it's a lot of compassion. Like, a lot of compassion. Like, just this immense feeling of compassion for you. Like, I really want you to do this. I really want to see you happy. I really want to see you do good with your time here. And, whew, that's a lot. Okay, Spirit, I'm gonna need you to... Whew. Like, I really want you to succeed, and I can't do that if you're going to fight me, and I can't do that if you're just going to take everything that I give you and just treat it as if it was some $2 toy. Like, I can't... I want to help you, and I want you to do the best, and I will do what I can for however long it takes, but I can't... I need you to work with me. I need you to... I have no idea how else to get it through to you. I need you to work with me. That was weird. Okay, that's a lot. Whew. So really, Pisces, just really use your discernment. You know, don't use your mouth too much this month. Just really be the observer, because you can learn a lot from observing people. You can definitely learn a lot from observing people, and you can really gain clarity on your own just by shutting your mouth and opening your eyes. You can gain a lot of clarity through that. With that being said, like, you in the beginning of the week, what's projected for the end of June for you, Pisces, is really just this indecision that you're doing, and you're doing this juggling act that is just so unnecessary, and you're really putting strength where it should not be. Because, or maybe just, like, tone it down a little, because, you know, the reverse 3 of Wands, for me, it's almost as if you were to take a match, and you would light a match, and then you would turn the match upside down and hold it until it reaches your fingertips. Like, the flames are going to reach your fingertips way faster before... It's like the tip of the flame is going to reach your fingertips before the base of the flame is going to. Like, you're burning yourself doing this. You're really sabotaging and taking away your wishes, like your own desires. Like, just tone it down. Like, really tone it down. Like, you are a powerful being. You are wonderful. You have so much going for you. Like, you just take it back a bit. Sometimes it's good to be the observer and not the agitator. Like, just really look at it from a calm... Like, I would definitely meditate, especially around water. I would really meditate, cleansing baths. I don't feel like... For some of you, for a very, very, very small few of you, cleansing baths will definitely do the trick. But majority of you, I feel like meditating near a body of water definitely would help in a grounding. I'm getting grounding. Like, definitely would help. Because, you know, if you take this potential and you really turn it around, like if you take the reverse star and the reverse Three of Wands and you really turn it around, it's almost as if you because of this indecisiveness and because you're really letting last week affect the last week. You're really letting the third week affect the last week, and it's really like I feel frustrated. I really do feel frustrated. And that frustration is just, maybe that's the misplaced strength. Like, you should not just really gain more details, ask questions, or just be observant. Like, be observant. And I do say this because I'm concerned. Like, I'm feeling a lot of concern right now. Like, I'm feeling a lot of concern. Like, I'm scared. Not scared, but like I'm worried. Like a worried mother. Like, I'm worried. I really want you to succeed. Like, I'm worried. Like, that's the feeling that I get. Now, we will go to the far left for the cards that popped out. You do have the Queen of Cups and the Six of, excuse me. Oh, okay. We're moving on to the next card. Come on. You do have the Queen of Cups and the Six of Swords. So, as I said, moving forward, just really, really, really rely, just really listen to that inner voice and really be more discerning about your feelings moving forward. Especially with a journey or what have you. Like, just really be careful as well. Don't let anybody steal your thunder. Like, handle your stuff. Handle what you have to handle. But you don't have to really boast about it. Or you don't really have to make a point to get it across to whoever this is. You don't really have to... I don't know who this is for, but you really don't have to make a point. Like, if you do the work, your point will be made by the work you do. I don't know who that was for, but what else? Yeah, just really be a little bit more compassionate. Show a little bit more compassion moving forward. I feel like that would be definitely a very strong tool in your arsenal. Is that compassion, because the cards that flew out, because there were a couple of cards that one of the cards that flew out were the fox, and I tried to clarify the fox, and a card that just flew out, I kid you not, flew out, like the reverse Ace of Wands flew out and landed on the fox. Like, it blew my mind. It's like, I left it there. I was like, okay, that's where you want to be, then I guess we'll do that. Like, really, to me, that's just like, don't let anyone steal your thunder. Again, have compassion. If you come up with ideas, if you are very good at coming up with original ideas, I feel like this is for not a majority of you, but for a good number of you. If you really are good at having ideas, like, keep them to yourself this month. Like, really keep them to yourself, and but not completely. Like, there are a select few, and you know who they are, to share this with. But I definitely would not share this with someone you're kind of okay with. I feel like by you shutting your mouth and opening your eyes, you definitely would know, you're going to see something. Like, I feel like I'm seeing something for the first time, and it really takes me aback, and I'm like, oh, okay. So that's who we really are. Or there's some red flags. Like, I feel like red flags are being thrown up, and I'm like, oh, okay. How did I not know this before? Like, how did I not notice this ever? Kind of thing. just really try not to take the aggressor role. Just really try not to. Just know that there is slow movement forward. Don't try to rush things either. As I said before, just try not to take on the aggressor. Excuse me. The aggressor role. Just really take. Just really take a seat back, like a back seat. And in the beginning of the month of June, just really treat it as a new beginning. Just really treat it as a new beginning. Look at it with fresh eyes. Even if it's something you already been through, just look at it with fresh eyes. Just look at it with fresh eyes. Don't just blow it off because, oh, I know what happens. Look at it with fresh eyes. Or at least try to. Because I feel like there's something beautiful that just comes in and flourishes. And beautiful, but it's almost like Spirit just gave me a picture of like a rose and just highlighted its thorns. Like something beautiful comes through, but it has its thorns. Like a beautiful opportunity comes in, but blessings come with their payments, their own source of payments, like time and energy, more work, travel, maybe. Like you have to drive an extra 5 or 10 miles to work now, or what have you. Like they come with their own obstacles. They're wonderful and great, but just really be careful. Like that's the one thing that I get. I'm like, I can't shake this concerning mother feel. So for the overall on the far right hand side, it is going to be slow and steady. Just really take it slow. Even if the information comes at you fast, just really try to break it down. If you have to ask questions, ask questions. Don't be shy, but don't be the aggressor. Like, really just don't take on the aggressor energy or the aggressor role. Just really, stay in your power. Stay in your lane. Do what you have to do. And just do what you have to do. Like, your work will speak for itself. Now, for the overall cards on the far right-hand side, you have the messages that you're supposed to take away from this reading. You have the Nine of Cups and the Snake. The clarifiers for the Nine of Cups, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Four of Pentacles. And the clarifier for the Snake, you have the Ten of Cups. And the clarifier for that is the Ace of Wands. And at the bottom of that, my clarification deck is the Five of Cups. So, with clarity about certain things, or things coming to light, or people themselves coming to light, before, it's almost as if, I feel like for some of you, you gain this opportunity and you find out who your real friends are. You really find out who your real friends are. And, or kind of like, you start, ooh, what is this? Oh my God, Spirit has me feel so excited. This may be a huge blessing. But I'd be wary. Be wary, because as I said before, huge blessings come with their payment. They come with their payment. You may lose friends. You may lose, it's almost as if you win the lottery and, you find out who your real friends are. Like, people who are very nice all of a sudden become, complete jerks. There are people who are trying to take advantage of you that you never thought in a million years would take advantage of you. There are people who are, use your discernment. Really use your discernment with this blessing. Really, really, really use your discernment. But I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. I feel excited. This is wonderful. It is a wonderful ending. Really, while you're keeping your mouth shut and your eyes open and just really, really paying attention to the details, I would say that use your intuition. As I said before, if something doesn't feel right, then just really start to ask questions. Don't hold on to the past, though. Don't hold on to feelings. Don't hold on. Like if you're going to watch, but don't hold on to feelings, because you never know. It may explain itself later on. Like it may explain itself later on, and if it doesn't, ask questions. Like you don't have to tell your whole life story. You don't have to tell exactly what you do. You don't have to tell this no, just keep it short and simple, short and sweet. Learn from Taurus. Like keep it short and sweet and simple. Like just be wary though. Really be wary and cross your T's, dot your I's. Really start to dig up information, but don't tell people you have this information. That's what I'm getting. Like just don't be open. I keep going back to that. Like keep your mouth shut and your eyes wide open. Like do what you have to do. And don't be telling people, because you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You really don't. Your work will speak for you. Like I feel like this is for a lot of you. Like, your work will definitely speak volumes about you. Just do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. Don't shout. Yeah, there's nothing to prove to anyone. Just really do your research, though. Really do your research. And I feel like whoever it is that's trying to deceive you will be pleasantly surprised about your array of knowledge. Definitely pleasantly surprised about your array of knowledge. If it's not good for you, let it go. Let it go. Like it's just not. Sometimes Spirit gives us the opportunity to let things go, and then sometimes Spirit, forces us or puts us in a predicament that forces us to let those things go. This is your chance to let those things go willingly. But it all, as I said before, it all comes from a place of compassion. Like Spirit really, 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 really is by you. Like really by you, fighting the good fight with you, and they just want to know that their partner in crime is going to step up to the plate when they need to, especially for themselves. Like they really want you to succeed for you. They're there for you, and they want you to succeed, because once you take on this observer role, and once you learn what you have to learn, and you gain what you have to gain from doing this, like you blossom into this beautiful flower. And what I'm getting from Spirit when I say that is it's kind of like everyone wants a sniff, but no, no, we are not community anything. We don't give out to the community. I'm sorry. Like, that's what I get. Like you just blossom into this beautiful person. And it's like when people are around you, they feel it. It's like you don't have to, as I said before, like let your work speak for you. Really let your work speak for you. Alright, Pisces, those were your messages. Good afternoon, Pisces, or morning, and welcome to your June 2019 reading. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising, Pisces. Now, I will say that if you wish to have a personal reading, I will leave the information in the description box. I'm currently having technical difficulties on my website, so until they're fixed, which should be shortly, all of my readings will be half off. I really do apologize for the inconvenience. With that being said, this is your reading for June. Now, in the middle, as you see, the cards there are for each week. The cards on the right are your advice from Spirit, and the cards on the left are cards that just flew out as I was shuffling. The cards on the far right on the stone table are the overall messages, which are the cards underneath each deck, and the overall messages that you need to take away from this reading. Now, I am a empath and a clairvoyant, so I do receive a lot of messages. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming, but I am learning to adapt and also to maneuver with this gift. It's a little difficult, so bear with me, please, but I'm getting there. Now,